Hello, everybody. I'm coming to you today because you, like me, have seen now that we've been given guidelines for reopening. Our governor gave those to us yesterday. We're very thankful for that. And so we are going to reopen. That's the great news. Now, if you've read the guidelines, you know that they are guidelines. And so we are going to adhere to the guidelines as we progress and unfold our services. Now, what that means, I'm going to give you a few things, but more will unfold as we go. As you know, a service can be no more than 100 people. Now that instantly, if you're a mathematician like myself, you know that we can never fit everyone in here on that Sunday. So with that said, we are also going to be online, strong online presence, but you will have to register for our service so we can know how many people or meet the limits of that amount there. Now, there's another reason for registering, because in the advent that someone did have COVID-19 in our service, we'd be able to contact everyone that was in that service. So we want to be careful and we want to love people the best we can in that respect. Now, our service times, as we begin, this is just to begin, we are going to have two services on Sunday morning, 8:30 and 10:30. Because we've got to get this thing, we've got to get used to what we're doing, because it's not going to look like it looked before, at least for a while. When you come to church, you will have to wear a mask or you will not be allowed in the service. Our sanctuary will be set up for social distancing. That's going to be in place. We will have our worship team. I'll be preaching up here, so it will feel different for those in the sanctuary. I understand that some of you are still nervous, and we're okay with that. That's why we have our strong online presence just for you. And also, we are very concerned also with our seniors in our church setting here. And so we want you to take careful. If we don't see it, we're okay with that. We love you. We want to take care of you. We cannot have a children's ministry because, frankly, you can't keep kids apart. So if you register and you bring your kids, they will be in the sanctuary, but you got to stay in your family pods. And these are things we adhere to. There are many other things in there that as we go along, as you come in, you will see what we must do. But these are the beginning steps. And we are just grateful that our governor has now allowed us to do this. Now let me speak to you from a biblical, heartfelt perspective. Some of you might be thinking, well, forget the 100 people. You know, we can just do what we need to do. Well, friends, no, we really can't. And, you know, if another pastor wants to say, forget the 100 people mark, I really can't do that. Biblically, I must adhere to my governing authorities. You see, governor's not telling me that I can't worship Jesus. He's not telling me that Jesus is not God. He's not telling me any of those things. He's just setting markers because he's got to be careful. I wouldn't want to be in his position, but he's got to be careful. And so we're going to follow his careful guidelines in this respect. Once again, let me say, I'm thankful that he gave us guidelines. I'm thankful that we get to reopen. And so I, as a biblical pastor, your pastor, I'm going to teach you something right now. This is what I follow. I look at Daniel in the Old Testament. In Daniel chapter 1, he was told to eat the king's food. Well, we know it was to idols. Daniel says, no, can I do this instead? He makes a compromise. Now in that situation, he wasn't told he couldn't worship his God. He was just told to add some things to that. And he said, well, let me do this instead. And because he compromised and adhered to other guidelines, God blessed him. You flash forward to Daniel chapter 6, and you find them telling Daniel, you're not allowed to worship Yahweh God at all. Well, in that case, he rebelled. He opened up the windows and he prayed to his God. And yeah, he got in trouble for it, but God still saved him and blessed him through that whole thing. We're not living in Daniel chapter 6. Nobody's telling us you can never worship Yahweh. There's another state God. There's none of that stuff going on. We're in Daniel 1. So we compromise here and there to be able to, for the safety of others and for ourselves, we're going to follow the guidelines. It won't be forever, but in the meantime, we're going to do that. Does it break my heart that I can't see everyone on a Sunday morning who I haven't seen in now 11 weeks? Yeah, but you know what? We're going to be okay, and we're going to make it through this. And lastly, let me just tell you that this campus, Jurupa, will also open our Spanish ministries. All that will be coming out to you soon enough. And let's see. And yes, we're going to be starting an end time series this Sunday called The Last Call. I've been looking forward to this one. I've shared with you online about this one. It begins this weekend. And so I look forward to seeing those who will be able to come in for our first time together in our fellowship. Look forward to seeing your faces. And hopefully less and less of the digital hug and more as we get closer to each other. Can't hug you even when you come in here, social distancing, but at least I get to see you. Hey, so God bless you guys. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your faithful giving. Thank you for your prayers, because I feel them. Thank you for backing me up as I've had to make some hard decisions during this time. That speaks volumes to me that you would even trust me as your spiritual leader. You know I love you, and I surely know you love me back. Hey, so God bless you, and we'll see you soon.